Hi Punya, and thank you so much for joining us.
Public speaking is a very small fraction of what actually law is all about. Moot courts are considered to be courtroom dramas based on Bollywood movies, but I would like to burst that bubble. If I have to compare my very first moot court and the last moot court that I did, it would be I have started to develop a little trust on my own self.
Hello, and welcome to our podcast, the ALCian Journey, celebrating milestones and cherishing memories. Today we have with us somebody who was the timid student and now appears to be a mooter of all times. Hi Punya, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, ma'am, for having me today here.
When I saw you, you were very underconfident. And then I actually have seen your journey going from one moot court to another. But at first I was actually seeing you as a very hesitant child, and it eventually changed. What actually brought that change in you?
Honestly speaking, I have had some amazing set of seniors. They were the one who motivated me to take part in moot court competition, in intra competitions, and just to be there, to be seen everywhere. We had our Thursday activities lined up in my very first year, and from there I started to take part in various competitions. And then I learned that it's not that difficult to be on stage. It's not that difficult to speak, but it is the most nurturing thing that you can do for yourself.
Punya, there is a stereotype among the students that moot court is all about the courtroom drama. And I believe you are the best person to explain that the reality is very different.
Very different, ma'am. It's definitely true, ma'am, as you said that moot courts are considered to be courtroom dramas based on Bollywood movies. But I would like to burst that bubble. It's very professional, it's very formal, it's a very nurturing setup that is made for the students who are studying law, who gets the opportunity to learn our law statutory provisions kept in a professional and practical exposure manner, and it gives an incredible opportunity to all the law students to experience how you actually need to argue post your 5-year, 3-year of law program.
See, while we understand that moot court is very important for legal education, there are students out there who are very hesitant. They feel that law is only about public speaking. You feel the same thing, and if they are very scared to join law as a profession just because of the fact that they have encountered this thing that you have to be there, you have to do great in public speaking, is this the only thing about law?
Definitely not. Public speaking is a very small fraction of what actually law is all about. One should know how to draft what they want to speak, what they want to put forward before the honorable court. One should know how to research about the legal provisions, legal case laws. One should know how to be persuasive, but also convincing at the very same time. Public speaking, on the other hand, is more of a debate, and debates and mooting are two very different things for that matter.
See, Punya, you have been participating in a number of moot courts.
Yes.
So what happens is we get the results. We do not know behind the scenes or behind the curtains what actually happens. Your journey behind the moot court. You want to explain how do you actually prepare yourself for any of the moot court?
When it comes to the preparation that goes behind a moot court competition, I think the very first step would be choosing the right team. And when I say choosing the right team, I don't mean that you need Harvey Specter and Mike Ross with yourself. Rather, you need people who are compatible with you, who would trust you and your judgment, and who would be willing to adjust with your needs and would be also willing to put forward their needs in front of you very bluntly. I was very lucky in this particular matter. I am with the very same team since the past 3 years of my mooting career. These are the same people I started my mooting career with, and we are still the same entire team. There have been times that when we have disarguments, we contradict on particular facts, and this is what a team is all about. Secondly, I would say one of the very crucial thing about preparation of mooting would be choosing the right resources to study. Knowing how to read the judgments, knowing what is actually a landmark judgment, given many students think that every Supreme Court judgment is a landmark judgment, which is not the case. Thirdly, I would say not being the last minute memorial submitter. Let's not submit our memorials at 11:59 p.m. to be exact. These three things are something that I would presume that students should be knowing firsthand.
True. If I ask you your journey from your first moot court till now, what has changed in you?
If I have to compare my very first moot court and the last moot court that I did, it would be probably that I have started to develop a little trust on my own self, a little bit confidence on my own self, And the way I argue earlier, as I also had the very same notion that law is all about public speaking. So I used to focus on being loud, I used to focus on being persuasive and intimidating also at times, which did not work for me at many times. You cannot intimidate your judge. But now I know it's more about how to critically put forward your facts, how to examine the law yourself, and then just convince the judge that your lordship, this is the particular matter, these are the facts, this is the case, and thus I want you to pass a verdict in favor of my client. These are the changes that I have done, because earlier it used to be a public speaking debate kind of competition in my head. Now it has changed.
Okay, Punya, coming to the last part, if I particularly ask you that people believe that moot court is only about litigation, and if I see you in your future and you yourself see yourself in the future, how do you see yourself? Going for litigation?
This comes as a shocker for many people when they see me mooting in so many competitions, and then I tell them that I want to have a career in corporate. I don't want to go into litigation. And the first question they ask is, then why do you do moot court competition if you want to be a part of litigation? Mooting, and there's no bridge between that. If you are a good mooter, you will become a good litigant one day as well. Mooting is about how well you can break down the facts of the case, how well you are able to read between the lines of the law, and how well you are able to connect law and facts at the very same time. And this is something that comes in the corporate world as well. If we talk about corporate world, merger and acquisitions, they are all about thinking critically, reading between the lines, reading how. Moreover, mooting also covers the ambit of drafting. Again, in corporate, contract drafting is I would say 75% of the work. So that mooting is not just a bridge to litigation, it's a bridge to a very vast world that people tend to ignore at times, most of the time.
That's wonderful to hear from you. Thank you so much, Punya, for joining us, and thank you so much, everyone, for listening to our conversation, and stay tuned until the next time. This has been the ALCian Journey.